The first feast when Jesus ascended to heaven, opening the gates of heaven. Greeted by the angels, the saints, to be reunited with the Father. The second feast even more beautiful, when Mary, the Holy Mother, ascended to heaven, and now the third feast, the return of Jesus, which began on that holy and spiritual itinerary on June 13, 1947 that we are living, and that will be brought to fulfillment in totality. Here is the third feast we live and will live more and more in totality, the more our heart will open up and open wide and welcome the divine spirit that has descended from heaven to dwell in our hearts. Today is the day each of us must open our hearts wide. Following the example of the Maiden of God and becoming a living cradle, to become new atriums, to welcome that new spirit that gives life. Don't remain to that which is old, don't remain to that which has been abandoned, because putrid. Advance, do not set limits to the action of the Spirit, advance embracing as children who want to rejoice together with their Jesus, to their baby Jesus, who descended as a child to become adults, again adults in faith. We take his tiny holy hands and let us be guided by his Spirit, by his little heart, to embrace him heart, soul and spirit, and be able to live the feast of his body, the Lord's body alive and true, that we celebrate, and will celebrate, in an endless fusion of total love. Here's our feast. Here's our joy, don't let anyone upset you. Maria Giuseppina Norcia has guided us, she, the synthesis of the ancient patriarchs, synthesis of the prophets. She paved the way for us, as the Baptist paved it to Jesus, as Mary her mother opened in silence the way to Jesus. And so she opened it to us, and we now want to follow this path that she has opened for us, to walk through it and rejoice, to imitate her in totality. This is the feast of the baby Jesus descended from heaven, who here has made his abode. Come and dwell with the child God made flesh, descended again from heaven. Come, do not remain in a world of darkness and gloom. An outburst of love, an outburst of heart, Jesus asks us, so as not to make him suffer any more, so as not to obscure his joy of having descended and wanting to manifest himself as King of a great people. Come, give joy to Jesus, let's give joy to his heart. And today we once again consecrate to his heart, to unite, heart, soul and spirit to the Lord, descended from heaven, that here has placed his dwelling. In Mary, with Mary and for Mary.